If it's not a video that you've already watched, it's something you're already fucking living. But I gotta say this, man. The part that fucks me up is that there's a few channels on here that are bottom feeders like myself. I'm a bottom feeder, in case y'all haven't noticed that. I see it myself, man. I've been on the bottom, man. I've been on fucking, 10% AR, fucking top dasher, both back and forth, upside down and all around. My problem is this. I see the same thing no matter what the fuck I do. The only one thing that fucking changes on my orders, my offers. I don't like to call them orders, man. Orders sounds like military shit. They're offers. They're not orders. That's what DoorDash calls them, as orders. I call them offers because they're offering me an opportunity to make money. But when you see those offers pop up, what's the first thing that goes through your head? How much money you gonna make? How long is it gonna take you to do it? How much is that merchant suck? How much is that merchant accurate on time? I never hear nobody bitching about the merchant being on time on DoorDash's end. They ain't worried about how long you gotta wait. Not unless you're doing earn by time. So what happens after that? You float around trying zones. You doing this, you doing that. You trying everything that you can possibly fucking think of to get the best money that you can, at the same time making DoorDash happy. Why? Why are we all trying to make DoorDash happy? Why are we even talking about this? The number one thing that escapes everybody is it's not so much the diamond program or the 3-tier program being platinum, gold, silver. None of that. Nobody even give a shit about this, I don't believe, unless it was for Dash Anytime. See, this is where DoorDash kind of slipped under the radar, saying, we know we got everybody by the balls when we do Dash Anytime. You got to earn it. You can't just have it like you do on Uber Eats. You can't just go on there and pop, 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 pop. Fuck, I've seen a million videos on this here website where they're talking about Uber Eats sucks, Uber Eats is great. Same thing I see with DoorDash. Same thing I see with the fucking Grubhub. Which, by the way, in my market, Grubhub is gone. They don't even exist anymore. They're gone. I promise you, they're gone in my market. Kentucky, gone. At least in northern Kentucky. Everybody knows where I'm at. Like I'm gonna fucking hide from the likes of anybody on this fucking website. You guys can't even fucking yell right, but you gonna come over here and fuck with me? That's fine. Come over here and fuck with me. I believe in the Second Amendment. Don't worry about it. But what I know is this: when you're gonna do a fucking video talking about how good the orders are or how bad the orders are, which I call offers, you're going to talk about how the app works good or how the app works bad, or you're stupid because you can't work it right, or you're the man because you know how to fucking work through the goddamn cracks. Fuck, I've done it myself. I ain't going to lie. I've done it myself. What I don't understand is why anybody's talking about the real fucking game here. The real game with DoorDash is Dash Anytime. That's the only fucking reason anybody does it, and I'll prove it. One theme that stays the same across the board, every fucking video for the last year. I don't give a fuck on the channel. You talk about diamond program. Diamonds pop up. You got some serious money for some short miles. Well, fuck, the cherry pickers say the same thing, don't they? Do they not? Tell me I'm wrong. I'm all about it. I got ears. I'm listening. Y'all see my lives with Robert Reese and some others. I'm all about listening. If I don't agree, I get loud, but that don't mean I ain't listening. So what the fuck are we all doing this talk for? It's real simple. Dash Anytime. If you spend 5 to 7 days on DoorDash doing your thing, what happens? You end up having a fantastic Monday. You make a video. Look at these bangers. Some people call the big ones unicorns. I didn't call them that. I didn't invent that word, but that's what they call them. So when they call them unicorns or bangers, you're like, man, it must be nice to be in your fucking market, ain't it? It's like, dude, your market's the same way. You stay making no videos about it. So you start getting this mentality that all of a sudden their market's better, or because their AR is low or really high, that's why they're getting them good offers. No, it's an average. Check out this. Have you noticed these motherfuckers don't give you the goddamn end game? I mean, end game is by the 5 to 7 days. I'm talking about full-timers, not part-timers. Part-timers don't count in my opinion because they don't go through what we go through. I ain't got no disrespect for part-timers, but it's a totally different game when you're out here full-time. Full-timers got some shit to deal with because we got to worry about that AR. You know what I mean? We got to worry about multitasking. We got to worry about dirty apping. And what I mean by we is the community, not me. I don't do either one of those. I'll tell you why. It don't make no goddamn difference. If you're doing Uber Eats and you're doing DoorDash and Grubhub, what the fuck happens? All right, let's throw a little splash of Spark in there or fucking Instacart in there. What happens? What happens at the end of the week? I'm not talking about these yahoos that come up here and say I made $5,000 this week or $3,000 this week. And they in California, they in Chicago, they in fucking some other goddamn place that you ain't in. Why the fuck you paying attention to that? Ain't got shit to do with you. What's got shit to do with you is what is your end game. At the end of the week, how much did you make? Have you ever noticed that when your acceptance rate was low and when it's high, you making the same fucking money? You might be waiting longer, but you're making the same fucking money. I think the difference, in my opinion, is this. You banging on Dash Anytime. And if by luck, and I do mean this by definition, if by luck, a customer, because let's all face it, if the customer don't order, Dash Anytime don't mean shit, acceptance rate don't mean shit. It's where the fuck you're sitting in your car and what customer ordered at that given time. You could be at 2% AR and the fucking customer orders fucking 2 liter of pop, drunk as fuck. He decides he's going to give you a $20 tip. He needs that Coke because he's got some Jack Daniels sitting in his hotel room. He wants it now. Well, you going to make a video and say, well, I got a $20 banger because my acceptance rate is 95. Another goddamn content creator is going to say, well, fuck you. I got 2% acceptance rate. I got the same order in my market. My shit works too. That argument ain't never going to end, is it? Because it's fucking luck of the draw. The only thing that ain't luck of the draw is when you got Dash Anytime. That's what people gloat about. Hell, I'm one of them. I love Dash Anytime. We all talk about gig work, being an independent contractor, don't we? We make our own schedule. We work when we want to. We take the jobs that we want to. But let's face it, home skillets, you can't do none of that shit on a regular unless you can Dash Anytime. That's where DoorDash has got you by the nuts. They got me by the nuts. It's not a secret. I'm not giving you information that you don't already know. But why the fuck ain't nobody else talking about this? Talking about ARs, completion rates, 3-tier programs, top dasher, low acceptance rate, all that shit blends into one thing. Dash Anytime. That's the only fucking reason anybody cares about being a top dasher is Dash Anytime. Has anybody seen anything on YouTube that says different? I haven't. Oh, I make big money. How many times have you heard low acceptance rates talking about large order program? How many times does that happen? Too many, right? I've been watching it. What, you gonna tell me I haven't been watching it? You know I fucking review this shit. I see this shit. I know this shit because I live this shit. I get large order programs maybe twice, 3 times a year. That's when I was at 20 AR. Sometimes 14 AR. Now, man, I'm fucking hovering between 70 and 90 AR. Do I see a difference in orders? Yep. They all small. They're tiny little guys. They are, the little midgets. They're like those little fuckers on the fucking Wizard of Oz. That kind of shit. But then you get that big motherfucker, and that's when these videos pop up. Look at this order. There's so many goddamn videos about that, I can't even fucking talk about the channels. Man, there's too many of them. I ain't gonna point anybody out on that. When you see videos, look at the size of this fucking bass. Look at that motherfucker. Had to get a fucking forklift to bring that bitch out of the lake. But they didn't tell you. I was also sitting in a parking lot for about 18 goddamn hours this week waiting for that son of a bitch. They didn't just walk up to the lake and pull that out. They had to fish. They had to get the right bait. They had to get lucky. Nobody knows what the fuck that fish is going to do. Oh, and for those of you in Real Linda, they're going to say, what the fuck are you talking about, Torp? Well, if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, then you ain't been dashing. You ain't been Uber Eats. You ain't been Grubhub. You ain't been Spark. You ain't been any of the Instacarts and none of that shit, because this shit is the luck of the draw. The only reason I say this again is because it's the fact. Dash anytime is key. That's how DoorDash keeps us rolling. That's our biggest trophy. It ain't the payouts, man, because if Top Dasher worked as well as they make it look like it does, you'd be saying Monday through Friday, every order I get is on spot. It's a fucking banger. I'm not complaining about $4 for a mile. I'm excited about telling you guys I got $30 5 times in a row. And then I got a $70 one, a large order program. I do that, I make $2,000 a week. Either somebody's full of shit or I'm in the wrong market. These guys go on and on and on, brothers and sisters. They just go on about their markets. I'm like, why in the fuck would anybody watch a video talking about this guy made $2,000 a week on DoorDash? Dude, I've been doing this shit for 2 years. Ain't no $2,000 weeks. There ain't no $300 a $300 day. You for real? I'm watching a guy right now. I ain't gonna bring him up. I'm gonna tell you later on in another video why I ain't bringing these channels up tonight, because these channels are about me tonight. These are my opinions. I ain't trying to bring anybody into shit tonight. I've already done that. I've covered that. What I'm getting at is all the people that follow other channels talking about the same shit that they're talking about, trying to find somebody to follow their logic. Like, if you do it this way, you're going to get paid bigger. Man, fucking DoorDash don't play that game. Nobody gets paid bigger. They ain't not one of us is special. It's a fucking algorithm. Y'all already know this. Artificial intelligence has got us all by the nuts. At the end of the day, you got to be logical about this. If a customer's all day long are ordering and they ain't paying tips, what's your video going to be about? Oh, you go out there one day, like on Father's Day when I went out, everything was banging. I could say it's because I was a Top Dasher. Well, I call bullshit on that. Call bullshit on Tarp for that one. I got lucky that day. Everybody was generous. And then like today, Saturday, bullshit. I called bullshit on the whole thing. I stuck it out. I'm keeping my AR above 70. I ain't gonna fucking do Hell Week. Fuck Hell Week. Fuck Hell Week. Why would you do Hell Week when you can do 4 weeks of medium? That's what I do, 4 weeks of medium. I don't let that shit drop below 68, and I'll tell you why, because I ain't making no goddamn video talking about Hell Week. Fuck, Hell Week is for idiots. What was your average for the month that Hell Week was so important? How much did you make on the month? Explain that one to me. Is that first week, you fucking declined a lot, didn't you? That's what y'all been talking about. Some of these channels, they've been talking about, I declined all 2 first weeks, but then I come back in them last 2 weeks real strong. Can't fuck with me. I fuck them up. I get that Top Dasher again. Even knowing that once you get over 70, I know there's a lot of videos explaining how the fucking AR works and the Roland 100 works. I get all of that, I do. But I've noticed something. Man, my AR goes up fast from 30 to 50. It goes up a little bit from 60 to 70. Man, once I pass 70, it's like, how many fucking orders did I do today? 10? And it went up 1? That's what these guys forgot when they were talking. Those first 2 weeks when they declined their nutsacks off is costing them at the end. That's why they got Hell Week. Because they fucked up in the first 2 weeks. I leave myself a cushion. I ain't fucking declining all that shit in the first 2 weeks. Do you really think I want to sweat that shit out the last week of the month? That means that's all the fuck you doing. You sweating it out. You gotta take all the bullshit, the ones that we cry about. All the bad ones. Fucking $7 for 14 miles for a liquor delivery in an area that you know ain't got no signal on your phone. You sweating bullets thinking, I can't scan this ID. I'm gonna have to type this shit in manually, or I'm gonna have to call Dasher support to get it done. for $7 fucking when I could have been out there making money as a cherry picker? What the fuck do cherry pickers do half the time? They sit and they wait. You tell me what the fucking difference is. I'd like to know if you got an opinion on that. Because as of today, it ain't fucking Hell Week. It's Hell Month. Fuck Hell Week. I did Hell Week the first time I tried Top Dasher. That shit sucks. So I thought to myself, why make it suck so bad in the last week when you can make the whole month the curve? And don't let that shit drop below 68. You're still making the same money. You're still doing the same thing. But you ain't sitting. So you say, well, okay, fucking Top Dasher, fine. You a bitch, Torp. You a bitch. You got played. You like that dash anytime. Just use another app, bro. What the fuck's wrong with you? Use another app. Do like a dashing trader does and fucking lie and manipulate the system. Use all kinds of phones, all kinds of apps. Make all kinds of money on YouTube lying your nutsack off. I'm like, dude, I ain't got time for all that. If that's how he does it, that's how he does it. The fuck that anybody watches that blows my fucking mind. It's alright though, man. He gotta do him. I'm gonna do me though. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to somebody tell me how to do it wrong to make money. I mean, you know the end game ain't gonna be good. I found that out myself. Once I drop below 60, my shit goes better. I'll tell you the truth. I get better orders under 60 AR. I always did. They were fucking banging at 20. But I wasn't getting no dash anytime. Which means I was an employee. I had to schedule myself. And I had to hope there was a schedule open. They got us by the balls. Don't kid yourselves. When you go in there to schedule yourself and you see the schedule ain't open, or you got to put 3 different schedules in for the same day, that's the game right there. It ain't all this bullshit about where the better orders are because of your AR. Because you could be like me. You could be like any of these guys that are doing good. But you still see they bitching a little bit. They talking about all this shit when they got a low AR. And then they talking about all this shit when they got a good AR. But at the end of the week, have you seen one of them say, my AR is so low, I made $6,000 this week? Or have you seen any of them say, my AR is so high, I'm going to retire in a year? Hell no. It's a curve. They control that shit. We've all been controlled by this. The only thing that we have control over ourselves is dash anytime. That's it. And I'm good with that. Because this is the very last point. If you can get dash anytime, you are officially an independent contractor because you work when you want to. If you have to schedule yourself, all they telling you is you've just been told what's available, and if it's available, you may go ahead and schedule yourself. It's like asking your boss at McDonald's or Walmart, what's available on Saturday? Can I work some overtime or can I have it off? What's the fucking difference? The only option that we have as dashers is to get that dash anytime when we say, I'm going to work when I want to. That's the independent contractor status. And that's what I like about doing what I do with Top Dasher. I hope it stays that way. I'm ready for top 3, what the fuck we calling that, the 3-tier program? I'm ready for it. I made sure I got my shit ready for it. Summer ain't over yet. When summer saturation goes away, we'll talk again. But right now, you better set yourself up to be in the race. A lot of these horses are hungry. They want that finish line. So you're going to sit out there and tell me that you special because you low AR or high AR, better orders, either way, shape or form, any market? Fuck out of here. The only reason you're doing it is because of dash anytime. All those people that are talking about low AR works for them, yep, they get bangers once in a while. But they also multi-app it. I got one app going on my phone. One. That's all the fuck I need. I tried multi-apping before. Same pay. At the end of the day, it's the same pay. Don't listen to these guys when they tell you one thing, and that one thing is always the same. Look how much money I made multi-apping. Why are they doing that? They working their ass off. They're pushing it. And the ones that lie, cheat, manipulate the system, and do fraud, what are they doing? They getting views because people are wanting to learn how to lie, cheat, manipulate the fucking system. You do realize what's going to happen when you keep on clapping your hands when these guys lie to you and tell you how great it is to be an asshole. You're going to become an asshole yourself. And when you become an asshole, you're going to pay the price, and ain't nobody going to give a fuck about what the fuck if anything happened to you, your channel, your phone, or your income. You better take care of yourself. Learn that shit on your own. Take it to the bank. If you do not do it your way, it ain't gonna work anyway. These apps ain't gonna let you control your destiny. That's not what it's about. It's already been controlled for you. Take what you can get, do the best with it, and enjoy your damn day. That's what I do. There ain't no controlling this shit. These motherfuckers make it sound like you can. No, you can't. You can't control nothing. All these programs were designed for one thing. They want you to absolutely 110% thrive for Dash Anytime. I ain't never heard a motherfucker once say, the only reason I do this is for Dash Anytime. That makes me independent. I work what I want. I can jump on, jump off, app crashes. I don't give a fuck. I'm good to go. App crashes, it's slow, you off. You gotta be top dasher to keep that shit going. DoorDash knows this. Experienced drivers knows this. The ones that don't know this are the ones that tell you to fucking manipulate the system because they want to get recognition for being better than the system that they work in for. Ha and fucking laugh out loud on that bullshit. That's what I got tonight. One last note. When I said no tip, no trip, took a shit, 100% in the bank. DoorDash already figured you all out by them videos. You better check who you're fucking dealing with when you're dealing with them. Know who your enemies are. Know who your friends are. Know where your head is and what your end goal is. Fuck YouTube. Fuck DoorDash. Fuck Grubhub. Fuck Uber Eats. Fuck it all. You really think any of that shit's gonna matter on YouTube when you got bills to pay? None of it's gonna fucking matter. You ain't gonna give a fuck what I gotta say or anybody else has gotta say when you didn't make the money that you needed to make. You're gonna have to suck it up at some point and say, well, Grubhub sucked today, Uber Eats sucked today, DoorDash sucked today, Instacart sucked today, Spark sucked today. I got all the videos. You all see them. Everybody's watched all these people talk about it. So what's your excuse now? All of a sudden you a fucking millionaire? Because you know the system? I got news for you. That system ain't yours to know. That system is yours to enjoy. Better figure that shit out. Alright. I got 2 shout-outs. I never do this, but I got 2 shout-outs. Mr. Rev and Mr. Robert Reese. Respect. Been a hell of a weekend. It's only Saturday. Talk to you guys soon. Torp out.